you believe in UFOs, astral projections, mental telepathy, ESP, clairvoyance, spirit photography, telekinetic movement, full trance mediums, the Loch Ness Monster, and the theory of Atlantis?
If there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say.
What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for coming back, popping in. We are the Winnipeg Ghostbusters. I am Brian Beef Tycro, and as always, my counterpart,
Chris Rutz Rutherford.
And we are so excited to have you back and joining us. Thank you for coming back. We promise we will find our voice by episode 46. So, I think in this one we want to talk about how do we become a Winnipeg Ghostbuster?
So we have a couple different ways.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to drop us a DM on Instagram, Facebook.
Slide right in there.
Slide right in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
We'll set you up. We'll have a little conversation. We also have on our webpage, there is an application form you can fill out. Pretty informal, just kind of getting basic information and asking you those really important questions.
That's right. The website is right down here. So
Winnipeg Ghostbusters.
Click on that.
.com.
That's right. Really? Not .ca?
.com.
Really?
We paid the big bucks.
All right, that's true. You can tell we're legit because we got .com.
So, to get started, I know out there's a lot of restrictions with different franchises on joining. To each their own. God bless. Do whatever you want.
Ours is pretty easy.
It's pretty easy going.
Yeah,
I didn't want to make it, I don't want to say elitist, but too restrictive for people to join.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, anyway.
Yeah.
So all we really require for you to come out and participate in events is, number one, we need a flight suit.
Yep.
I think that's pretty basic.
Mm-hmm.
With the flight suit, we also ask that you have a belt of some type.
Yeah.
Now, you could have the official Ghostbusters belt, which I have and some other members have,
Mm-hmm.
or we have our tack belts, which a lot of members,
members have.
About 50% of people probably use this one too.
Yeah.
I actually prefer using this one myself. I find it pops better in pictures.
Yeah. It's also sturdier.
It's sturdier.
You notice the original belt has got that little clasp that you kind of fold and it holds it together. And me being a larger gentleman, I like to have a little more security in my belt. So I like to go with tack belts because I don't think my meter is going to be falling off anytime soon.
So with the flight suit and the belt,
Yeah.
I have sourced that locally, which was actually really important to me because I want to support local Winnipeg businesses.
That's right.
We get all of our gear from Marway Militaria. So the owner, Jamie, has set us up with
Jamie.
that. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Captain. That's her dog. He's always in the shop saying hi when you walk in.
Fantastic.
So when you go in there, if you kind of tell them, Chris sent me, I'm here for Ghostbuster stuff, she'll know exactly what you need.
It's true.
And she gives you a 10% discount
Yeah.
on whatever you need.
Yeah.
Boots, flight suit, belt. So she'll set you up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after that, to kind of finish off your flight suit, because as you know, if you have nothing on the flight suit, it looks like you're a giant baby wearing a onesie.
A little bit.
So what we want to do to kind of spice it up and make it a Ghostbuster flight suit, you get your name tag.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can source these anywhere you want.
Yeah.
I find the best ones to get, and it's been trial by error, is spending the little bit of extra money, and they're not too pricey, going straight to GB Fans. I think it's maybe, $20 with shipping?
I think so, yeah.
It's not that expensive, and they're very good quality.
They are.
In fact, you might want to buy 2.
So, it's good, stands up, goes through the wash well, and not only do you get these, but you can also get, so there are many different types of patches. So this one I believe is called the Stylized.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so this is more like the what you see on like a video game or the advertising, like it's very perfect. Or there's ones that are that are more look more like the ones on the flight suits from the movies. You know, they're a little more handmade. They're a little looser. I think Mowgli's head's a little bigger. Or you know, it's just so there's different types. You can do whatever one you want.
These ones, the more crisp-looking ones, again, you can source through. They pop. I like them this way.
Yeah.
You can source them through GB Fans. When you get order your name tag.
Yeah.
If you want more of a movie accurate one, our good friends, the Calgary Ghostbusters.
That's right.
So Candace and Sean have set up manufacturing and sourcing of these, so you can pick them up. By the way, hi Candace, hi Sean.
I think it's through their Etsy shop, right?
Their Etsy shop. You can source, and they're pretty reasonably priced as well.
We'll throw the link down below there, so you can give them a look, see what's going on.
Yeah, they've sent us a couple. They're pretty nice.
Yeah, they're good.
They're very movie accurate. That was one thing, again, going back with the belt. I'm not a stickler for being movie accurate.
Yeah.
I mean, our suits are not movie accurate.
No.
But you know what? For the average person, you're not going to tell.
Exactly.
And they look fantastic.
Yeah.
So if that's something you want to do, 100% go for it. Spend the extra money. You're more than welcome to come with doing that. Now, speaking of patches, the last part you need for your Ghostbusters flight suit is your Winnipeg Ghostbusters patch. So when you get signed up, we get all your paperwork and everything done up. Again, it's just a basic application form. You buy one of these patches and you just toss them on your left shoulder. Your No Ghost goes on your right shoulder. Name tag, your belt.
You're done.
Your tack boots. You're set. That's it.
Yep.
We do not require you to have a gizmo, a PKE meter, a trap, not even a proton pack. In fact, we have so many extra packs lying around.
Yeah.
It's not exaggerated.
We can outfit you and your friend.
Yes, I have 3. By next year, I'll have 4 packs alone in my house.
Yeah.
So again, the saying goes, we have the tools.
Yeah.
If you have the talent.
That's right. So, you know, and it's it's super easy, super welcoming. I mean, I've been with the company now for a year. Just hit my year anniversary, and
so speaking of that,
would you like to hear my
let's
story?
Rewind a year.
Let's rewind,
and let's kind of get Brian's perspective on what it was like joining a group that you really you didn't know when well, kind of you knew Adam.
Well,
but
I didn't know Adam was in the group.
Right.
So rewind back last year. You know, all the Kenner reissues are coming out. You know, I have a pretty good collection. I like to get if I spot a Ghostbusters something, I'll pick it up. And of course, they were flying off the shelves. I couldn't get any, so I just happened to start following the Winnipeg Ghostbusters. Oh, first off, a couple weeks before that, it was, I wonder if there are any Ghostbuster groups in Winnipeg. You know, I'm a huge fan, but for me, it was always budgetary. You know, it's like I can't afford to get all this stuff. I can't afford to do all this. So I'll just follow the group, whatever, see what they're doing, all that good stuff. So followed them. A couple weeks later, I think it was you probably. I think posted about, you know, there's a full shipment of Kenner classics at such and such Walmart. So I messaged and I just said, you know, when did you see them? You know, how many were there, kind of thing. And my good friend Adam, the one of the co-founders, we went to high school together, and I think he saw the message pop up as well, and I think he messaged you and said, you need to talk to this guy. He's a Ghostbusters nut.
And actually, by the time he had said that, you and I had already connected.
Yeah.
Because I said, oh, you know, I got this, and you're like, oh, I'm a big Ghostbusters fan. I'm like, hey,
that's right.
We're always looking for people.
Yeah. And then that's when we came into the cost thing. I said, well, I'm a dad, you know, I don't have the extra coin to you know, go and buy a proton pack. I mean, believe me, I've been looking at them for years, and I cannot afford them. Even the spirit packs, I'm like, that's $100. Like, you know, my baby needs milk. So, but no, you know, you just said, listen, all you need to get is the the flight suit, belt, and boots, patches. It's all you need. I think it's honestly, it's like $100 to start, and even could be less than that. I mean, if you already have boots or you have something, I can't remember how much it was.
I think flight suits.
I think the flight suit was
80,
I think after
belts
everything,
maybe 20.
Yeah. It's 100 and change. 100 and change. So I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, I definitely want to do this. And so, he sent me the paperwork, filled out the paperwork, and I was like, this is it for paperwork? All right, cool. But, filled it out, and what was my first? My first one was the Lasertopia. We did a thing at Lasertopia, the Ghostbusters Day at Lasertopia. And I walked in. It's daunting. Like, it felt daunting to me because, like Rut said, it's a already established group, right? I mean, these guys have been together. The guys and girls have been together for, I don't know how long they've been going for, but I mean, they're a group. They know each other. So I come walking in my flight suits, and I nothing, like flight suit and belt. That's it, because I don't have anything else. And of course, this is the one that they decide, yeah, we're going to take a group picture. I'm not with them for 5 minutes, and they're like, yeah, you're in the picture. I was like, okay. But that's how welcoming they are. I think, Ruts, you're just like, everyone, this is Brian, new recruit. And everyone was like, hey, welcome to the family. And it was it. That was it. We were there. I found my people. I found my Ghostbusters people. From then on, we were just best group of people I've ever met. And it was so easy to join. And they welcome you with open arms. And you just feel like you're part of something amazing. And that was my experience. It's easy and so rewarding. Nothing beats seeing the kids light up when they see you. And, they want to hold the PKE meter. They want to see the ghost trap. We have a really cool containment unit for Comic-Con when we do bigger stuff. Nothing can prepare you for the joy that you feel when you see these kids light up at just the thought of, these are Ghostbusters and these guys are real. It's just nothing beats it.
And passing that on to the next generation, that fandom.
Yeah.
Is amazing. I mean, this past weekend, we had a friend of the group message us. He's come out and supported us a couple times, and his kid just turned 4, and he's like, Chris, my son has fallen in love with Ghostbusters. We're doing a Ghostbusters birthday. Can you guys come out and surprise him?
Yeah. Yeah.
So Brian and Adam went. I unfortunately wasn't able to go.
He lost his mind. It was the best thing ever. It was, he was like, there are Ghostbusters here. And it was, nothing prepares you for that. Nothing prepares you for that. It's,
I mean, it is, sometimes it's a lot of work.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Comic-Con, for example, is a 3-day event. It's a lot of work.
It's not all fun and games. You got to put the work in.
Yeah.
But the work is worth it.
I mean, some events are easier than others. Sometimes it's just to show up. Yeah. Again, Comic-Con's kind of a bigger one, but you know what? Those 3 days last year, being with you guys,
flew by.
It flew by, and it didn't feel. I had a blast.
No, yeah.
Like,
no.
One of the best times of my life.
One of the best experiences.
It was fantastic. We had so much fun.
Yeah.
And I think that's the big thing. If you have the right attitude coming into this, that's what makes it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. We're there to have fun. We're there to raise money for charity. Yeah. We're not there to be elitists or anything else. And that's one big thing, when we kind of set up this franchise was, okay, there's the 4 of us or whatever it was that were the co-founders. We don't really like using those labels because we don't want to feel like we're excluding anybody.
Yeah. No.
We don't want to have a hierarchy where, it's president, vice president, this and that. Like, everyone always says, oh, Chris, you're they call me the boss, the captain, whatever. It's like, guys, you don't, like, I appreciate that, but, like, I don't want to be looked that way. But I try to lead by example, right?
Yeah. You lead by example, but you're also very good at delegating. It's, it doesn't feel like, yes, he's the boss and whatever Chris says goes. No. You see something, hey, what about this? So he goes, all right, well, why don't you take care of that? So it's, everyone can bring anything to the table. If you think you have an idea, bring it to the table. Let's see what we can do. Let's workshop it. If we can make it happen, let's make it happen. It's all about spreading that Ghostbusters joy.
and adding that one special thing that you bring to the group.
Yeah.
Again, I referenced the Avengers. It's just everyone has their specialty. You know, I can run social media, do all that behind the scenes work. I, you know, deal with the setting up the events and the charities and that.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian's more our mouth. He's really good at being, you know, in front of the camera.
Also the sex appeal. If you haven't guessed, that's why the flight suit's open. You know, a little bit of something for everyone.
I mean, we got some guys that are fantastic props makers.
Yep.
That are making stuff to give to each other because they want to make us that much better.
Yeah.
Or
Absolutely.
some people want to throw financially, they can support and buy this thing, or they can do this. So whatever you can bring, and you don't have to have that special skill set.
No.
Even if you can only come out.
I think all we ask for one. Don't we ask 1 or 2 a year?
We kind of ask the minimum is to come out to one thing, and we're hoping that would be Comic-Con because that's kind of a big event. And we kind of need. We don't say all hands on deck for that. We say we need packs on backs.
Yeah.
Because that's a big event. I mean, we got, you know, we're running the photo booth, we're running our booth, which is kind of like a separate area. Then we also try to do like a charity part. So that's kind of the minimum requirement. We're not going to sit there and say, oh, well, you didn't show up to 10 events this year. You know, you're out. We also don't ask for any type of dues or financial obligation besides getting your suit set up.
Yep.
We have on occasion, if we want to do something or we want to, you know, buy something or going to some type of event that has a cost, we may be like, hey, does everyone want to chip in $5 or $10 to kind of cover this thing? Most times, no one has an issue doing that. No. We also try to, we kind of have like a petty cash set up where we try to sell some merch. Not to, again, we're non-profit. We're not trying to make money or retire on this or anything. But it's like, okay, if we can make, you know, $100 at Comic-Con, well, that's $100 that we can use to pay for business cards, for banners, for ink, for printing things, you know, stuff like that. So there's no dues, nothing like that.
No. All right, my friends. Thank you again for joining us. We hope you learned a little more about the Winnipeg Ghostbusters. And if you want to join us, the link's down below. DM, what's it called? Website.
And please do not be intimidated to reach out and ask the questions because that's how we get people. I mean, we got 3 new people last year.
Comic-Con. They just came.
Signed up and they liked what we did. So, you know what, even if you see us at an event, come up, say hi. We're just regular guys.
Yeah.
And say, you know what, I love what you do.
Yeah.
How does it work? How can I join?
Yeah.
You know, we even have some kids.
Yep.
Where their parents, the kids are whatever, junior busters, whatever you want to call them. The parents bring them out. So we're open to that too. We just request that if the children are under 18, the parents have to be there because we cannot be responsible to supervise. But that's pretty basic, guys. So we want you.
And we're ready to believe you if you're ready to believe us.
And again, we got the tools if you got the talent.